Alright, so first and foremost, I'd like to wish you a happy new year. It's been a pretty good year for gaming so far. 2021 did release some pretty decent games. I did play a lot of games actually this year, and from all the games that I played, Eve is still my favorite. There is just something magical about Eve that no other game can replicate. I did meet a lot of awesome people in this game, and also I am flying with very awesome corp mates. Big shout out to them, they are awesome and I hope that they stay awesome. I really couldn't wish for better teammates than the corp that I have at the moment. They are really awesome guys, and well, I hope that they think the same about me. So I'd like to take this special opportunity to answer some questions that I have been asked for a very long time, and I will also take a minute or two to talk about the progression that I made through Eve in 2021. Now, as for the questions, the first question that I see almost on every video: what is that little overview, or what is that little overlay that I place above the system name? Well, back in the day, 2 years ago actually, I used to hide the system where I am hunting or where I am camping. That's mostly to avoid any trouble to my corp mates. I did not want to cause them any trouble if there is a lot of players that are trying to hunt me. And that did work for quite a while, but at one point it really became kind of pointless to keep on using the overlay in the purpose of hiding the system, because let's face it, it's not that difficult to stumble upon me, and I believe the whole game already knows where I am lurking around, so hiding the system at this moment is kind of really pointless. So I did stop to hide the system in the purpose of hiding it. Now, if I use the overlay, that's mostly as a joke. I usually like to place Yita or any other high-sec system, but my personal favorite is the Yita overlay because, well, it did cause some very silly reactions in the comments. People seem to love that, and I've seen a lot of very good jokes running around because of that, so I love them. And I think I would like to keep the overlay as a joke, because it looks like people actually like to see that for some reason. Now, the second question I've been asked: when will I do a face reveal? You know, that's actually a pretty good question. I initially planned to do that 10,000 subscribers, and I actually had a idea to do the face reveal for this video, but I figured out that it would be a little bit too early, to be honest, and I would like to keep the idea for 10,000 subscribers. That was my original plan for from last year, and I think I did mention that last year as well. So that would be the second big question. The third big question: when will I fly the Vargas into PvP? Well, soon, very soon. I'm kind of waiting for the price on that thing to go down, because when I start to fly the Vargas, oh man, I can guarantee you there's going to be pirates all over Syndicate trying to kill that. It already happened with the Orthrus. I can only imagine what would happen if I just casually flew the Vargas into camps or into solo PvP, which I actually do plan to do very soon. Fourth big question: what's my personal favorite ship? Well, you're looking at it, it's the good old Bhaalgorn. Oh my god. This ship, I've never thought that I would actually love a battleship so much, but here I am, calling the Bhaalgorn my favorite ship in the game. Which is kinda true, I love this thing. I love the Bhaalgorn, it's a pretty damn good ship. As for favorite faction, well, Blood Raiders, obviously, alongside with Mordu, although in the Mordu lineup I personally only like the Orthrus. because it's such a very silly ship. Now, since I'm already talking about the ships, I'd like to just do a little, comparison between my progression from 2019 into 2020 and from 2020 to 2021, and now we are going into 2022. So I started PvP on a destroyer. I really like my destroyers. I do plan to fly them as well. I started on a tier 4 Talvar back in the day. So when I started to play the game, Talvar was my main PvP ship. Then I started to fly the RB cover tops, and then around the beginning of this year, I believe, I started to mainly fly faction cruisers. Of course, I do fly normal ships with faction cruisers from time to time, but I can tell you, I did gain a lot of experience from flying my Cynabal. I really owe the Cynabal a lot. That ship literally, the Cynabal taught me how to PvP. That ship, I did lose a couple of them, I believe, and I did learn how to survive, and I did learn how to develop tactics and different approaches with the Cynabal. So that ship is very dear to me, and I do plan to return to the Cynabal at one point to see how much skill did I actually gain from all these years of playing. Arbit cover tops taught me how to actually run PvP without being scared. I remember was the feeling when you warp at your first target. That's something that you don't forget. Depends on target, of course, but the feeling is usually the same. You're always kind of afraid a little bit, but at the same time, when you win, the reward that you get is the adrenaline pump is top notch. So the RB taught me how to do that properly. So in the end, that leaves us with the final ship in the progression line of my personal PvP journey or experience, the Orthrus. Well, the Orthrus is basically a ship that combines all tactics, all experiences that I gained, and that's why I did initially do the 999 killmark challenge with myself, because I wanted to test out my theory about the skill and overall experience I gained with time, and I can tell you, yeah, it proved itself to be correct. With time, you do actually earn a lot of experience, and I actually did force myself to get good at this game. So the Orthrus is kind of the peak experience and peak performance that I could get from all of my different tactics and things like that. Well then, that was enough of me talking. I know it's been a while. It's been a long, almost 9 minutes, so it's a long video up ahead. Grab popcorn or grab anything you like to eat while you're watching a movie or something, because, well, I tried to make a compilation of the best fights, best kills of the year. Hope that it ended up being good. And with that being said, let's buckle up.
Undocking.
Let's get this party started. Okay, let's see. I see there is a scout anomaly. Okay, going towards it. Let's see what I'll find inside, if there is anything inside actually. I'm about to find out. Oh, a prophecy. Waiting on the gate, patiently. Interesting. Well, seems like this prophecy is... Yep, it is ready to fight. Excellent. Been waiting for this for some time now. Okay, its shield is going down. So far so good. I'm webbed, I have a scrambler on my ship, and I have a neutralizer on my ship. Okay, damage control unit is doing the job. Prophecy on half armor. I will boost my shield as much as I can. The drones and the torpedoes that this prophecy is using are doing heavy damage. I might actually lose my shield here. That's fine. Been waiting for this for a while. Finally, a hard to kill prophecy. Okay, things are about to be interesting. There goes my shield. I'm taking armor damage. My internet is not on my side as well. Okay, prophecy on hull. I am on 50% armor. That was my last shield boost. I actually ran out of capacitor because of the neutralizer, and I am running out of armor. Alright, well, I'm about to take hull damage. That's fine. Both of the ships are now on hull. And this is where I actually started to sweat a little bit, because for a moment I thought that I'm done for, but I am just doing a little bit more damage, and that final hit nailed the prophecy. This is what I call a close one, a very close one. I left on 20% hull. Well, time for me to get the hell out of this anomaly before someone decides to finish me off. That was a very good fight. That prophecy was built to fight faction cruisers, and there is a high chance that this prophecy was actually waiting for me here. Because, well, I am quite known in these regions where I am hunting, so could be that someone decided to end my ship's career. And that was a good and a close fight. That player has sneaky around your targets, because you should use all the ship bonuses to your advantage.
Warp drive active.
So we have a prophecy. I'm warping at 100 kilometers. Going to scout first to see what will be the best warp in to the prophecy. Well, it's my lucky day. I landed pretty close, actually way too close for comfort. Okay, closest drone was 9 kilometers. I have to be careful around the wrecks. We'll maneuver around. Prophecy 31 kilometers away from me. Will not uncloak yet. Let me sneak up to the prophecy just a little bit more. 25 kilometers, that should be a decent range. They're most likely aligned. Alright, let's go. Quickly lock on, quickly point. Alright, they have been pointed. Now I'll proceed to orbit. Do not want to be anywhere close to any scrubber, so I'll orbit at 19-20 kilometers. Prophecy is now in armor, taking armor damage. Working my way through the armor of the prophecy. Keep in mind, prophecies are very dangerous ships. Even for faction cruisers, prophecies can be dangerous. So I will be very careful what I am doing with this 10 billion-isk ship. Prophecy in 45% armor. They have been... yeah, they locked me on. I have been pointed. The prophecy drones are starting to do damage on my shield. Combination of infiltrators and warriors, that means they will shred my shield. Prophecy now in hull. I am in armor. Was a little bit late on the armor repair, but it should still get the job done. Okay, prophecy now in 50% hull. I am in 66% armor. The zone damage amplifier on the prophecy is obviously visible. They started to do some damage on my armor. Alright, nice. That was a lovely little kill. Let's grab the loot. Oh, nice. Yep, that prophecy was expensive. Alright, well, let me repair the armor. There is 2 more in local, I have to be careful. Do not want to get scanned and jumped, so let's warp towards that anomaly. I actually forgot about the pod. Yeah, you know, stuff is serious when I actually forget about the pod.
Warp drive
Usually
active.
I grab the pod immediately after I pop the ship, but this time I have to be careful. This is a ridiculously expensive ship that I do not want to lose, or else I'd be in trouble. Okay, armor almost fully repaired. Let's warp towards some combat. Okay, let's see. I'm warping on that medium anomaly now. Everything so far seems to be good. Setting up the approach range and the orbit range. Those 2 are very important. And
Warp drive
okay,
active.
now I'm warping. I can cloak if I have to. Okay, setting the overview to PvP. I already know what I'm going to stumble upon there. A stabber fleet. Oh, okay. These things can be dangerous. And for some reason my game decided to pop up these windows each time I lock on every target. Okay, I didn't get the first hit there, but that's fine. My capacitor got neutered by that stabber fleet issue. That's good. Alright, well, that's interesting. I am taking more damage than my opponent. This is gonna be a close one. Oh man, here we go again. Alright, well, I'll attempt to do the same tactic as I did with my Cynabal back a couple days ago. So I'll try to get the best range possible and to allow my turrets to hit as much as they can, and of course my drones are still going to do good damage. That stabber fleet is doing some damage to me. There goes the armor. I'm about to take hull damage. Stabber is already deep in the hull. Well, we're both now taking hull damage. Okay, that's nice. So far my tactic seems to be working. And I made the NPCs shoot that ship, so the NPCs kind of helped me. Okay, that's good. Time to quickly run away before these
Warp drive
NPCs. Alright, nice. Caught a rattlesnake on the gate, orbiting at 23 kilometers. It's pointed. Okay, Nosferatu enabled. 23 kilometers now, but I will approach closer. My fall-off range on the turrets is 18.50 kilometers. That means if I want to do more damage, I'll have to get a little bit closer. 15 kilometers will do the job. Okay, changing my orbit, coming closer. 15 kilometers, just far enough to avoid any scrams or any webifiers. If I get webbed or scrammed, then I am in some serious trouble. Okay, rattlesnake on 50% of its shield. Of course, help is coming, so everything is under control now. Well, our lucky day today. Very nice. Last rattlesnake was 16 billion ISK. Well, we will see how much this one is going to end up being. Okay, rattlesnake slowly losing its shield. We have passed the 50% mark on it. There are the big guns coming in. Nice. Alright, boys, get him. Open fire. Rattlesnake should have the low shield alarm or alert very quickly. Oh man, once the rattlesnake loses its shield, it will be an easy kill. Okay, rattlesnake lost its shields. Now we are doing armor damage on it. We'll change my orbit to 8 or 9 kilometers. Well, nice work so far. This is a very nice catch. Okay, Rattlesnake lost its armor, taking whole damage now. Well, let's witness the final moments of this ship up close. You know, Rattlesnake is indeed a very pretty ship, very expensive one, and very dangerous. One of the best ships for storyline missions. Nice, good job everyone. Beautiful, that was a beautiful explosion. Oh man, well, let's show that kill mail. 17.5 billion. Okay. This might be the most expensive rattlesnake that I've seen so far. Now, I don't know what was the most expensive rattlesnake kill, but this might be up there in the, maybe in the top 3. I don't know. Well, that was a very nice catch indeed. Well, this Harby almost escaped, but I caught it and I decided to play around with it. I have engaged. Harby lost its shield, it's firing back. Very nice, this will be fun. Okay, I am taking some damage. Lasers eat shields for breakfast, so I have to be quick here. Harby at 50% of the armor, I am on 50% of shield. Might be a close fight actually. Interesting. Whoops, let's not open the cargo hold. That was a wrong click. Okay, I am on 36% shield. Harby is repairing. Very nice. I suspect it might have dual armor repairs. We will see. We will see later on. Hopefully. Okay, my shield getting low. Now I am sure that I'll take armor damage. But will still boost my shield. Can help a little bit still to, you know, it helps at eating some damage off my armor. I'm taking some armor damage. Harby taking hull damage. Well, that was yeah, I am definitely winning this time around. 50% of armor. And nice. Well, that was a nice little fight. Left me at 44. So what do we have here? We have a Raven, Apocalypse, there is a bubble, and there is a tornado. Now I'll go straight towards the tornado because it's the closest ship, and that was a very big hit on the shield. Okay, they are starting to shoot me. Tornado has engaged. The Raven has also engaged. I am approaching them slowly. The secondary target will be the Raven or the bubble. We will see. There is the bubble. I flew right past it. You could see it on the screen there. Okay, my shield going down. Tornado has been blown away. Now I went straight after the Raven. There's the bubble again, floating around past my ship. They are burning towards the gate. They are scared, I guess. Okay, the bubble is also going down. I should have focused on the bubble, I believe, but I just went for the Raven immediately. Second enemy ship has been destroyed, and now the last ship is this Raven. The Apocalypse, I think, jumped through the gate. They basically noped out of here. They didn't want to play with the Bhaalgorns. There were two interceptors. I don't think that they will stay and play. Okay, that one interceptor is on the field. But first have to clear out this Raven. Oh! Yeah, they jumped through. Well then, let's attack the last remaining enemy ship on the field. Well, the interceptor died pretty quickly, didn't it? Excellent. So that was a nice little action there. Oh, pretty good loot from that ship. Let me go and get that, because why not? I need loot. We smashed that camp quite nicely. Kind of wished that the Raven went down, but that's fine. The Raven escaped. And the Apocalypse did not even fight. The Apocalypse left the team basically right when I started to approach the tornado. Well, the Bhaalgorns did establish superiority here in this little fight. As expected, Bhaalgorns are truly scary ships, and as you can see, no one wants to fight them. But that does not mean that the Bhaalgorn cannot get some action. Alright then, warping towards the next little camp. Landing in couple seconds, I believe. It was a long warp, I'll admit. It was a pretty long warp. Let's see what type of camp waiting for us. This time I am alone in the Bhaalgorn, and there are 7 in local. You can already guess where 7 players are, or should I say 6, because there is one friendly here. Alright, there's the little camp. Ooh, seems like I'm gonna have a... There's a juicy target there. Phantasm. Let's focus it down. That was a big first hit. They did not see a Bhaalgorn coming in, I guess. Okay, Phantasm losing its shields slowly. They did forget to turn on adaptives when I engaged. Phantasm losing shields. I will lock on the rest of the ships. Phantasm in low armor, and they jumped through the gate. That was sneaky. Oh well, let's focus the rest of the ships on the field. We have a Caracal Navy, there's a Vexor Navy. Let's just quickly remove them. I mean, let's just quickly send them back to Yita, because why not? They engaged me, so I have to defend myself. Although, I didn't engage them, so it's kind of the other way around for this case. You can bet the capacitor on these 2 ships is very dead. I will now kill the bubble. Let's engage the bubble. 1 cycle of everything should kill the capacitor immediately, so yeah, the capacitor is pretty empty on that Vexor and on the bubble. Okay, bubble has been destroyed. Let's now go after the Vexor. It's a little bit far away. Yeah, I'm a little bit far away. That means I'm not going to do full damage, or I'm going to miss. That's fine. My friend there did shred the Vexor without a problem. And the last target we have, it was that Tristan. A little frigate. Alright then, that was nice. Again, kinda sad that the Phantasm escaped. Maybe I should have acted like I am AFK. Yeah, I should act AFK next time I'm doing something like this, to get everyone get aggro, and then I just pop the most expensive ship that is on the field. I think that's a very sneaky and evil tactic. Well, not evil, I guess kinda smart in a way, but... although, still was a very nice kill. Okay, warping through this gate. There was a report of a small fleet at the other side. Let's see what will happen. Okay, there is 7 in local. Couple reds, couple neutrals. This is gonna be fun. Alright, we have a rattlesnake, there is a tier 3 interdictor, and there is a daredevil. I think I'll just go after the daredevil, because the daredevil will go try and web me. I can't afford to be webbed by that, so let's approach the gate and let's focus fire the daredevil. The capacitor on the daredevil should go down in less than a cycle. My goal here is to shoot down these 2 ships. That rattlesnake is a bait, by the way. I know that player. It's a very tanky rattlesnake. Okay, Daredevil fell into my trap. Their capacitor is getting destroyed. I mean, their capacitor is probably depleted at this moment. The tier 3 interdictor decided to run. That's a smart decision. Okay, I haven't been webbed, so that's good. It means the capacitor on the Daredevil is depleted. And they are going down. Alright, Daredevil has been destroyed. Let's play with that rattlesnake a little bit. That rattlesnake is using dual neutralizers. I believe the rattlesnake has 1 or 2 capacitor batteries, so I have to be careful because I have a neutralizer and my capacitor doesn't appear to be that stable with that neutralizer. That's why I should have replaced it with a Nosferatu. It's something that I will also change further down the road. Alright, well, let's approach the gate and let's see what will happen. If there is no ships coming in, I will go and try to shoot down that rattlesnake, although I know how these players play and there is definitely more ships close by. Okay, let's re-engage the rattlesnake now. Our Apocalypse got caught in the bubble. I believe the opponents decided to bubble a little bit away from the gate to prevent us from landing. That's fine. I still have enough capacitor left. The rattlesnake is most likely depleted. It most likely depleted its own capacitor, but the capacitor batteries can be a problem. Overall, it appears that I am holding out quite well. But because of the very suspicious situation here, I will be very careful what I'm doing. Alright, after maybe 15 minutes of playing with Rattlesnake, I decided to warp back to change my fit a little bit. And I think I'll use 3 Nosferatus. Okay, a Raven will be tackled in a moment. I need to get within range. And they are at 37 kilometers. I just need to approach a couple more kilometers to have them in the web and point range. And of course to improve the efficiency of my Nosferatus and neutralizer. The Raven is using shield extenders. Okay. I am close to the gate in case anything happens that we haven't planned. There are a couple reds in local and also a couple friendlies. That's good. The capacitor on the Raven should be getting low any second now. A Megatron jumped in. Okay, that's the secondary target. The Raven is shooting at me. They're using, I believe, rapid missiles. I believe the Megatron will also start to shoot at me at any moment. Once my capacitor starts to deplete itself, that means the capacitor on the Raven is also depleted. I will most likely use my Nosferatus and neutralizers on the Megatron when that happens. So far, yeah, the Raven is unable to use the shield extenders. Whoops, that was a mistake. Let's quickly lock the battleship again and let's quickly shoot at it again. They're now at low shield. I have been webbed and scrambled by the Megatron. My tank will hold quite well. 2 battleships are basically no problem. Raven falling down very quickly. And they are now in hull. I'm preparing for the secondary target, which will be the Megatron. I believe there are more ships on the way. The Raven has been destroyed. Now it's time to focus on the Megatron. Look at that mining ship that just popped in. Probably like 3 billion in price. Okay, the Megatron stopped shooting. That means they want to jump through the gate. Now, at this range, I can't really bump them away from the gate. I'm too slow. So there's a chance that we can shoot it down within that minute that we have before it can jump. Its capacitor is also depleted, by the way. So they can't use the armor plates anymore. Well, I did expect that to happen. They jumped through the gate. Okay, well, still was a nice kill on the Raven. Well, for some weird reason the Megatron decided to jump back. Now, I believe that means more opposing ships are on the way. So we have to shoot down the Megatron as quickly as we can, and then we will most likely have an entire fleet jump on us. But if we do this the right way, we can shoot down the Megatron and we can jump through the gate. Okay, there is the battleship. Let's quickly go and approach. I need to be within optimal range as quickly as possible. The shield of the Megatron has been removed basically in one single hit. That's the alpha damage of Apocalypse Striker. These ships do a lot of damage. They are very scary. Okay, Megatron is going down. Logistic cruiser landed. That's the secondary target. The Logi did arrive just a little bit too late to help the Megatron, but they didn't arrive late to get destroyed, so that works in our favor here. And they have been also destroyed basically in a couple hits. Very nice. And you can see the locals spiking. We did expect that. We did accomplish our goal. We have destroyed the two ships before they could call in for help. Well then, I guess it's time to first target. Bad Hair Day 1. This is the first part of a tier 10 storyline. Caldery storyline to be precise. Setting my orbit at 18-19 kilometers. Oh, it's a Macarial. A big one. Excellent. Okay. Tracking disruptor enabled. Drones are out. We'll orbit without the micro warp drive for now. Whoops, I accidentally turned off the tracking disruptor. Now, large turrets should have a hard time tracking fast ships at this range, so I should be safe. Although I can't guarantee the safety of our larger ships. But cruisers and frigates should be safe, orbiting at 18, 17, well, in this case 13 kilometers. The Macarial is slowly losing its shield. A very tanky ship, by the way. And this is our second Macarial in a row. I unfortunately didn't manage to arrive in time for the first one, but I managed to come just in time for the second one. So this one is... today is a very lucky day for us. Two Macarials in a row, side by side within like 15 minutes. That's something that I haven't seen so far. Or should I say experienced so far. I did catch that rattlesnake a couple weeks ago. That's, I think, one of our best kills to date. Macarial now taking armor damage. It is shooting our Apocalypse. Our Apocalypse is very tanky, so it should withstand the damage from that material. Reaching the end of its armor, it's still boosting its shield a little bit, but our Apocalypse has neutralizers and its capacitor should be dead by now, so that means no more resistance and no more shield boosting. Macariel now taking hull damage. I am orbiting very closely now, don't want to miss out on that beautiful explosion. And I still have to change my turrets into missiles. I always forget to do that. Literally always forgetting to change my weapons. But it's okay, still doing a nice job, I believe. Nice, there we go. That's a very pretty explosion and a very nice kill. Okay, we have been scanned, so I'll just quickly warp away. Oh, well, looks like I'm not warping away. I have been scrambled. Alright, well, let's move away from that frigate and let's kill the frigate. Because, well, that's kind of a... This almost went bad, to be honest. If someone were to jump in, they would catch me without a problem. Because of that little frigate with a disruptor. I thought it was a scrambler, but they don't have these in Caldery storylines. Alright, nice. Warping out, and let's go on to the next target. Next target, Raven. Okay. And I have been set on fire by these NPCs here. This is a Mimitar tier 10 storyline. They have scramblers, so I have to be careful what I'm doing here. Okay, guidance disruptor on this Raven. Its missiles should have taken a hit from that module. Now you might see me sometimes popping the tracking disruptor and the guidance disruptor on a Caldery ship. I usually do that by accident, so my apologies for that. In the heat of the moment, I just tap on the wrong module, so it happens. Okay, this Raven has been tackled, and this Raven, well, seems like to be very tanky, as expected. These ships are very hard to kill. One of the most tanky ships in the game. And I'm doing barely any damage to it. Only 4 medium drones. I mean, I'm doing good damage for a cruiser. But it might not be enough. Or am I wrong? This Raven seems to be taking shield damage. And the NPCs are still after me, so I have to be careful what I'm doing here. Okay, now the Raven had found interest in my ship. That's something I have to... Yep, time to pop the damage control. And might have to change my orbit into 38, 40 kilometers. Should be enough. Shouldn't have range on rapid missiles at that range, at that distance. Although the drones might be a problem. They are a lot of drones and somehow they are still catching me. They're still hitting me. Yep, that's only one. Yeah, I have only one drone after me. I'm on 50% shield. We'll probably warp out after my shield reaches around 20%, and I'll be back, of course. I'm not leaving my team behind. We'll try to... Can I actually... Are the tracking receptors working on drones? I haven't tested that out, actually. Well, time to see if that works. If it doesn't work, I'll just warp away. Okay, there is the low shield, and I have to prepare myself to warp out. Yeah, I will warp out on time, then I'll be coming back. Now I'm taking some armor damage as well. Well, this Raven doesn't like my ship. Well then, tactical retreat. I'll be back. That Raven will go down. Okay, I have arrived. Oh man, got scared. I saw sentries. Okay, I have returned back, warping back at the ship, at the wreck. I don't know at what I have warped in at. Okay, drones are out. The guidance disruptor is active. Uh-oh, I got webbed and I got scrambled. That's not good. I forgot about the rats. Oh man. Well, I am in trouble now. I am in some serious trouble now. Let's try to take range from that damned elite ship. Oh man, I'm in hole now. Okay, things are getting critical here. Yeah, I'm taking some hull damage, almost at 50%. I have escaped the scramble. Now I have to warp out. Hopefully this ship will survive. Oh man. Survive, please. There we go. Nice. I managed to save my skin. Whew, that was close. That was, I think, the closest call I've had with this ship so far. Yep, I'm camps. We are going to smash today. Alright, warping towards that gate. The whole fleet did jump through this gate. I am running a little bit late because, well, I had to quickly refit this ship because it basically had no high slots. It had no weapons installed on it for some reason. I have no idea. Okay, I see 3 in local, or should I say 4? I didn't count myself. Okay, we have a tornado. That's kind of weird. I remember seeing 5 ships jump through the gate here. Oh well, let's start with the tornado. Accidentally clicked on the siege mode. I don't need siege mode for this. Okay, couple hits and the tornado is going down. Alright, perfect. There we go. First ship has been destroyed. Now, what I find very suspicious, there was a whole fleet that jumped through the gate. Where did they go? That's my main question. Okay, let's reapproach the gate. Oh, alright. An Ashim warped in. Are they going to jump through the gate or are they going to fight? Yep, looks like they are fighting. Okay. First hit, that was a big hit on the shield. I believe this is a armor tank Ashimu. Second ship warping in, Oracle 2. Okay, well, the camp is slowly warping to the gate. Alright, they made me the primary target. That's okay. I can take some damage before going down. We'll swap the primary target to the Oracle 2. Should go down in like 5 seconds or maybe even less. Okay, Oracle 2 taking some serious damage on practically everything. Alright, Oracle 2 has been destroyed. Let's now return to the Ashimu. I have dual large neutralizers. I believe the capacitor on the Ashimu is taking some serious hits there. I noticed the tank of the Ashimu is starting to fade away, so the capacitor on the Vampire might be depleted. Yeah, they are stopping. They don't have enough capacitor to shoot. They don't have enough capacitor for the lasers to operate. Ashimu in hull. One more hit and the Ashimu should go down. Alright, perfect. That was good. First camp of today, although that did not feel like a camp. That felt like a roam, but that's fine. They were at the low sec gate for a while before they warped here, so there might be more, who knows. I'll just reapproach the gate and prepare for the next.
Warp drive active.
Warping to the gate. The Apocalypse is not that slow, which made me surprised. It's quite a speedy battleship. Of course, it's not as fast like the Macarial, but it's not that slow. Okay, trying to figure out who is going to be the primary. The primary target will be the first ship that I see that's in close proximity to my lasers. Ooh, that looks like a nice camp here. That's a lot of bubbles. Okay, there is a RB interdictor. That will be my primary target. Let's quickly lock on. There is also a Macarial somewhere in the bubble, which will be a very nice target. There is the Macarial, okay. The RB is running away. I'll just focus on our primary target, which is that faction battleship. Macarial taking some serious damage from our strikers. That did not look like a tanky Macarial. And they also got webbed and scrambled, and I jumped in the range. Maybe I should enter siege mode, although not quite necessary at the moment. I still entered siege mode anyway. Alright, faction battleship has been destroyed. Very nice. This destroyer is the next primary target, webbed and scrambled. I have exited the siege mode. Okay, one more down. And the last remaining ships are kinda far away. They were snipers and they warped. That's fine. Yeah, they are warping away. Well, they took some heavy damage there. They lost a faction battleship. And it was a pretty good Macarial as well. It had rig integrations, which did buff up its price quite a bit. Overall, a nice little gate camp smash right here. And I can tell you, I absolutely love this ship. It's insane. Alright, what the heck is this? A freighter. Well, that's a first. What the hell is a freighter doing here? You would be surprised by our reactions in the chat there, but this is the first capital kill for our corporation, and it is a freighter. Kinda hoped that this was a carrier, you know. That's fine. I'll take a freighter. Will not complain about that at all. I'm doing full damage in siege mode. I mean, there is no way that I miss something this big, as this ship is one very flat freighter. And well, place your guesses what's inside of this freighter. You know, there's a chance that we might get a whole alliance worth of items from this ship, maybe a whole corp worth of items. You know, might drop some faction ships, might drop some battleships, who knows, might even carry a dreadnought, I have no idea. We will find that out very soon. The freighter is in almost around, I'd say, 40% hull. So they are going down very quickly. And well, I have no idea why they jumped here. This is practically the first freighter of this kind to just randomly pop in this system. totally unexpected, a massive, massive surprise for all of us. And there is the freighter. Of course it's empty. Of course. But still, first capital ship kill was pretty good. Was a pretty good freighter as well. Although, kinda hope that it was full. Would be payday for us. And of course, a rare chance to take a look at the capital wreck. That's the wreck of this freighter. Looks pretty good. And it will stay here on the gate. Should be an interesting moment. I am warping in. They are doing a encounter mission. Hopefully they don't have a scout that is invisible on the scanner. I've seen a lot of players do that. It's actually very smart. Okay, there is the rattlesnake. That wasn't a good warp in. I expected the rattlesnake to be a little bit more far away, but this one seems to be close. Alright, the rattlesnake should be pointed. I clicked on the points, but at the time did not realize that they did not activate. But they are tackled. They are scrambled by one of the other pirate ships on the grid that is working in my favor at the moment. Okay, I am maintaining this range. This orbit seems to be very stable. Now I have applied my own points on the rattlesnake. They are shooting at me with both rapid missiles and with drones, but as you can see, rapid missiles don't have enough range, and those large drones are just too slow to catch up with this fast ship, so I should be safe from any weapon that's present on the rattlesnake. The only thing that I need to be careful around are the other pirate ships. They can scramble me if I get too close to them. But that rattlesnake is not a threat to me at this moment. Just checking local in case they called for help. Still, no damage taken from the drones, no damage taken from the rapid missiles. This rattlesnake is very tanky, as you can see. Oh, I got scanned. Alright. Seems like things are heating up a little bit. The rattlesnake might have actually called for help. I guess we will find the answer in the next 30 seconds to 1 minute. A rattlesnake at 50% shield. Okay, everything seems to be in working order so far. No issues. Well, looks like whoever scanned me down is not coming to play. So I can just return my overview to the PvP overview and I can continue to shoot this rattlesnake. Those large drones, I believe they're the fastest large drones. They are still too slow to catch me. They should go around 2.8 kilometers per second. I'm going like 3.1 kilometer per second, so I'm just a little bit faster. Even with the bonuses, the large drones on the rattlesnake are not a threat. That also includes the medium or small drones that the rattlesnake might have. Because of lack of bonuses, even those drones are no threat to me. I can tank medium and small drones from a rattlesnake all day. The shield on that ship is slowly failing. Not quite sure what kind of build they have. They have a lot of resistance, that's obvious. Not sure if they have capacitor batteries. If they have capacitor batteries, then their tank is, I would believe, stable. So I would say I did go through the tank quite successfully. But I would say they're also they're left with a lot of capacitor because they keep on boosting shield. It's definitely one shield booster. It's not dual shield boosters. I believe I might be wrong. Maybe they are running out of capacitor and they're using only one shield booster. Just a little bit more shield left. I still haven't taken even a single hit from the drones or the missiles, which is a fantastic thing. But I am not doing too much damage. I'm doing just, I believe, 30% of my full damage. Would say around 75 to 80% of resistance on that rattlesnake, might be more. Again, I have pretty good skills for this ship and for missiles, so even with those skills I'm still not doing a lot of damage, but I believe it's actually enough to go through the shield. Alright, shield almost down. The last like 20-15% left. Maybe even less than that. 10%. The faction battleship should take armor damage at any second now. I believe the next cycle of my missiles should go into armor. Yep, we have penetrated the shield of the rattlesnake. Now they are taking armor damage. One of my missiles is hitting the shield, while the other one are going through and hitting the armor. Okay, now I would say that they have dual shield boosters, but they are low on capacitor because both of my missiles there hit the shield. Okay, the fight is still not over. I still have to shoot down the armor and hull of that ship. Now they have the target painter on me, and they have a Nosferatu on my ship. Still, the drones are not hitting me, and the missiles don't have enough range to reach me. Overall, I am in a very good position against this rattlesnake at the moment. Still, one of my missiles is hitting the shield, while the other one is going through and hitting the armor. They are still actively boosting shield, which does help at preventing, I guess, 50% of my damage. Okay, rattlesnake is slowly losing armor now, while they're also boosting shield constantly. Now both of my missiles did go through the shield. That might mean that they lost... Oh, okay, they're still boosting shield. Well, for a second I thought that they lost capacitor. They're not going to use a lot of my capacitor with that Nosferatu at this range, so there's definitely a capacitor battery working there, because they haven't stopped boosting shield ever since I've started with the fight. Rattlesnake now into hull. Oh, and they also have a nanocore. Looks pretty good. Now both of my missiles did hit the hull. That might mean they finally... Oh, well. I said that again too early. They still boost shield. Okay. Absolutely certain that they have a capacitor battery. there's just no way that their capacities would last this long. Or they might just have excellent skills. That might also be the case. They have spawned the next wave of ships, and they are webbed and scrambled by the other pirate ships on the field. That does help me at adding more damage, because they're not moving that fast. One more hit should get the job done. Alright, that was a beautiful kill. Very nice. Well then, now I have to just go and loot that wreck without getting myself into trouble. I just have to remove the two ships that can web and scramble, and I can safely go towards that wreck. I'm very curious to see what's inside of that. Might be very good loot. I just need to destroy these two ships that are on the field, or just one of them, because okay, I think I can go grab the wreck without worrying. Speaking about battleships, let's see what the first target will be. Now, we rushed to help our allies over here. They caught this beautiful angel battleship. That is our first target today. Now we know I fly Macariel. I love that ship. It is an amazing ship. Now, this Macariel did have a very good shield. I think it's using a similar build that I use, that's focused on resistance. But our fight over here is overwhelming the shields of the ship quite easily, and this Macariel did give a very good resistance. We almost lost our apocalypse, but we came just in time to save our friends, and we came just in time to blow up a very expensive ship. Well, that was a nice first kill, another Macariel down, and that kill mail was 10.3 billion ISK. Beautiful, very nice. Now let's quickly approach my team over there. They did a fantastic job. I came a little bit late. I actually went back to change ships. I was in my interceptor. Now this was a little vampire that met its demise a little bit too soon. And I'm in my Ashimu. Interesting. Killing a angel ship with an angel ship, and now I am killing a Blood Raider ship with a Blood Raider ship. This was totally random, by the way. I haven't planned this in any way, shape or form. Alright, next target, Apocalypse, still in my Ashimu. Now, ever since the new patch arrived, armor tank ships are very dangerous. Apocalypse can be extremely tanky, so I am very careful at what I am doing here. Apocalypse has bonuses on tracking. It can easily hit my Ashimu because, well, I am using this micro drive that increases my signature radius, and the bonuses, if this pilot has good skills, can easily hit me. So I have to be very careful at what I am doing. But well, seems like I wasn't the primary target here, and this Apocalypse got destroyed. Very nice. Good job, everyone. Let's see if I can get at least the pod. You know, I have to keep on feeding the vampire. I don't want the ship to turn on me. That would be, you know, a personal favorite part of this video. You know, I went unpunished for a lot of dumb things that I did in this game. So, I guess it's time to pay the price. Okay, this prophecy did take a big hit. Now it is outside of the bubble, and it warped to the planet. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was kind of in the bubble, outside of the bubble. I have no idea, so I don't know. I leave that up to you to decide. Here I am approaching. I kind of was thinking I should jump in. I made a mistake at jumping in at 0. Should have warped in at 100, but I kind of was rushing things a little bit, and when I realized the mistake that I did, it was already kind of too late, because this prophecy is not a cheap one. It is doing some very nice damage. Now I'm here calling in for my allies to warp in, but a little bit too late for that, don't you think? I lost my shield. Now I'm taking some very serious armor damage. That prophecy ain't playing around. First, there we go. Reinforcements did come. Well, I am already in hull. I am not gonna survive this, so at least I'll focus on doing as much damage as I possibly can. Let's see if let's see who will die first. Will I die at the hands of the drones, or will the prophecy die at the hands of my team? And yeah, I actually died. Nice. Well, good fight. Good fight, and the prophecy should die. There we go. Nice. Well, I think I did my job here. Throw my ship at the prophecy. Forgot how to speak for a moment. And that was a sacrifice that I was willing to take. That wasn't too bad. Was a good fight. Absolutely my own mistake for warping in at 0. I forgot that I am in a tornado with no tank, focused on range. So that was fun. Note. Alright, well, we are at this lovely gate over here. I am at my usual optimal range. Well, kind of a little bit over the optimal, you know, keeping that golden distance. Let's see. Oh, faction battleship. Well, boys, here we go. Let's light him up. As you can see, the blood sacrifice worked. I mean, we have pleased the almighty RNG Jesus, and he has given us a beautiful angel ship to shoot at. Well, I'm not complaining. Now, I think I know what I have to do every day to get good kills. Oh man, poor interceptors. It's about to be fun for them. All right, well, back to the combat over here. The Mackerel lost its shield. Now it's taking armor damage. Now you can see some neutrals running around. Not quite sure if they are support or, well, escort. Although that was weird escort that abandoned the ship that has been escorted. So I guess they are just passing by. This Mackerel is now about to take hull damage. Oh man, this will be a very juicy kill today. What a way to start. Nice. Hopefully it will be another 69 420 like last time. That kill is still one of my favorite kills of all times, I think. The chances of that happening were amazing. Okay, a Mackerel under 50% of hull. A cruiser decided to jump in. That will be the secondary target. Mackerel is destroyed. Very nice. Good job, team. Amazing job. Well, that was almost a one-hit kill there. Left it on hull, and the next cycle should destroy it. There we go. Very nice. Although the main kill here was definitely the Mackerel. So yeah, very nice. That was a very juicy kill. You know, might happen to stumble upon a nightmare soon, or something similar to a nightmare. We will see. But that was a beautiful kill, and a angel ship. Interesting. The RNG in our hands today. Excellent. All right, let's see next target. Phantasm. Well, okay. We have this spiky monster over there. That was the first good hit. My internet there decided to lag a little bit, but it's not that bad. Went back to normal very quickly after that little mini ping spike. Phantasm losing its shield slowly. It popped the shield field module, now its resistances should be a lot higher. It uses a large shield booster by the amount of shield that it is boosting. Now I'll give credit to this Phantasm. It is fighting till the last moment. I respect that. That is a brave pilot right there. Okay, Phantasm taking armor damage, and Phantasm got popped. As soon as a Phantasm loses its shields, that ship is basically paper. They have very bad armors and very weak hulls. They go down very quickly. Well, second beautiful kill today. Oh my, well, we are on a roll today. And all that thanks to that sacrifice. Keep that in mind. That interceptor was worth 2 faction ships so far. Beautiful. Alright, well, those were some pretty good kills. Now let me push my luck a little bit. Another, gate camp smash counter. I don't know how to call this. I mean, I'm just waiting for the cavalry to arrive. I hit that battlecruiser, but that's not the only ship that will warp in. And I also nailed on interceptor before I started to record the video. During the countdown to start recording, I popped an interceptor. I think I'll just show the kill on screen. It was a pretty nice kill. That interceptor didn't expect to get popped, I think, so yeah, it was a funny one. And well, that was a very fast warping hurricane. Wasted my tracking computers on that one, but will fire on anything that appears on the field. That is a tier 8 battlecruiser, assault battlecruiser. Took some very nice shield damage. Okay, there is the cavalry arriving. Well, I'm not gonna warp out immediately. I will try to nail one more interceptor. Although I have to be careful because my internet is spiking up again. Already happened 100 times today, so I have to be very careful. Interceptor unfortunately warped out. That means, is there anything else that I can one hit here? They brought 2 guardians and there is a logistic cruiser. Yeah, even if I want to pop something, I can't. I simply don't have enough alpha damage to go through 2 guardians and a logi. Although that was nice shooting. That was nice shooting, and we still won that fight because we took 0 damage, we took 0 losses, and the opponent's fleet lost 1 interceptor, and their battle cruisers and of course other cruisers took some damage. So that is the second victory. Next target, Tempest. Interesting. I need to jump in one of these soon enough. I love that ship. It's good. Might use it for sniping, although it doesn't feel the same to snipe in a Tempest and to snipe in a Tornado. The Tornado just gives me that satisfaction that I don't get from any other ship. And I flew and I still fly a lot of other faction ships. So the Tornado is definitely something special for me. I love it, and I'm definitely going to keep on flying it. It's an amazing ship. Well then, Tempest getting blown away here. It is on hull. That was I actually did some very nasty damage on this battleship. I keep on forgetting that this battlecruiser is actually using large artillery, same caliber as the battleships, so it is doing battleship damage, although it is technically a battlecruiser, so that is a will be. I can assure you it will be a very, very juicy target. It's a Gila. Oh man, we're about to hit jackpot over here. Alright, boys, well, light him up and let's have some fun. So I warped a little bit too close here because, well, yeah, it's me. I make mistakes now and then. And now I have to quickly burn away from this Gila before it sees my game name. Oh, well, too late. Too late. I got made a primary target. Alright, fair enough. Gilas are very powerful ships. It's a faction cruiser, has very good bonuses on drones. And well, my shield is definitely showing that. My shield going down, alright. Now I'm taking armor damage. I am taking range, that's good. If I have to warp out, I will. Now the Gila is eating away my armor slowly. I am away from its missiles, so I am only taking drone damage now. And those drones are doing some very good damage. Now there you can see some private messages going in. I assume that was Eve Salt kicking in, not quite sure. I actually forgot what that was about, but I'm sure that was Eve Salt. Reaching critical levels of armor, almost in hull, but now I am safely away from the Gila. And now I can do some actual damage, because the Gila lost its shields. That will be a very nice hit, 4000, not bad, actually pretty good. Because I'm actually moving, and that kind of kills the accuracy of my turrets. So could have maybe killed the Gila in one hit there, but I am not gonna complain. That was a very, very juicy Gila. 4.178 billion ISK. Okay, good profit out of that one. And I survived on low armor, but I survived. This ship does hold out some damage. If I were in my Cynabal, that Gila would have been eaten a lot faster. Next target, Dominic's on this gate here, and I am also in my Tornado, the tier 8 Tornado, doing some good damage on this battleship. I am well within the optimal range, well within all optimal parameters. That means this Dominic's will take some serious damage from our guns. Little Interceptor joined the fun there. Okay, well, the Interceptor warped away. The Dominic's trying to go somewhere, but ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work today. Okay, next hit should reach the hull of the dummy. We will see. 5000. Well, it did reach the hull. Just enough to hit the hull. Not bad. Couple more hits and this dummy will be a very nice kill. Now, last dummy that we killed this way made us a fortune. It was a good kill. A very good kill and very good ISK reward for a 2-minute fight. So there is a chance that this one will also give us a lot of ISK. We will see. Of course, any ISK is welcomed. Of course, what's more important is the fun factor, or of course, the fun that we get from PvPing is the main reward here. That is also the most important one. Okay, one more hit, and I think I'm getting a kill medal. We will see. Depends if... There we go, nice. This time the turrets did actually fire on the end of their cycle. Not bad. Nice. Alright, let me burn away from the gate in case the dummy called for help. Now this is going to be a fun one. Now you might be asking, what's going on here? Well, we got jumped. Basically, a whole fleet of enemy ships decided to, crash the party. And my allies went to tactical positions. I stood here to fight, because why not? This time I ain't running away. I'm sitting and fighting. Let's see. Now I'm shooting this Myrmidon. It's maybe 17, 18 ships. Oh, there is more. More warping in. Lovely. Look at all these juicy targets, just waiting to get sniped. Okay, shooting the Myrmidon. Now, before this all happened, there was a Purifier close to me. Did try to web me. It did not end well for the Purifier. It got popped. So after that happened, I was starting to take even more range, and I decided to do the right thing and focus the small, fast targets first, because they represent the highest threat level to my ship. Now, one of them was destroyed. That was a interdictor. The second one was a destroyer. And let me see if there is any other targets close by. Nope, all frigates and all cruisers. Excellent. Well then, now we can have some fun with the big ships. All right. My next primary will be this Myrmidon over there, and the secondary will be that Caracal Navy or Caracal. I have no idea what that is. Maybe, yeah, I think it's a Caracal. They are warping away. No, please stay and fight. Okay, well, they did try to hit me, although they are not gonna hit me at this range. So that's okay. Reaching the end of the shield on that Myrmidon. Now, I made some mistakes here. I could have easily, you know, approached them to 100 and be, you know, more within the optimal range. But I didn't think of the range at the time. I thought I was at 100 kilometers from them, but apparently I was a little bit more than that. So my accuracy is gonna, you know, go down a little bit. But still, I am going to keep on shooting at them. Okay, the next target is this battle cruiser. It is closer, so I think I should be able to do more damage to it. Let's see. Well, killed 3 of them, so we already kind of won the East War. Killed all the ships that can cause problems, so I think my allies now are safe to either jump through the gate or even join me here. What is this? A Reaper. Okay, that's their scout, I assume. That needs to be also destroyed. Shooting the Myrmidon. Myrmidon now into armor. Okay. My ship now stationary. They are not trying to approach me. Well, that's too bad. If they were actually approaching me, I would have more accuracy, because they would be getting close to me. The distance would be getting smaller and smaller. And what's going on? They're jumping in. Okay, well, they had a tornado. I guess that tornado was built for close range. Oracle stood. That was a very nice hit. I think I have reached the armor on that Oracle with ease in that one hit. Vexor Navy. Oh, that's someone else who jumped in. Well then, that was nice. We have won against this fleet over there. Well, spoke too soon. They're back. All right. Okay, the next target will be this Dominic's. Doing some good damage to it so far. And that's the second battleship of the day. So far, so good. Doing some very nice damage on that ship. Was that a 10,000 hit there? I think it was. Nice. My record hit with the tornado was 17,000 actually. Yeah, that was a very nasty hit. And this Domi also had a skin on it. Oh well. That was a shiny target, I guess. It had a lowly bronze skin on it. Not bad. Was a pretty good ship. Okay, and I forgot to mention, this is the Tornado 2, by the way, the tier 9 version of the ship. Next target, Megatron. Well, looks like it's open season for battleships today. I am not going to complain. Very nice, very nice. Megatron now into armor, taking some serious damage from all of our ships on the field. Yeah, that's a lot of friendly ships on the field. Oh man, haven't noticed that. That's a serious fleet from our point now. Well, now if the fleet that jumped us earlier did fight us, we would have a lot better odds at winning them on a fair fight. But well, that's okay. We still want to hop in the Orthrus, and the first target for the Orthrus is that Macarial. Now there is a fun story how that Macarial got caught. I woke up. It was early in the morning. I woke up, undocked, and I was about to go get some rigs, and of course to sell some items. But I decided to scan, and I did see this one big signature warping from the high sec gate to the null sec gate, and I decided to follow. Might be a nice kill. When I realized that I couldn't catch the ship in warp, I figured out that it had to be a Macarial because no other ship, no other battleship is that fast in warp. And well, thankfully, the crew was already up and running early in the morning, and we did coordinate the warps, the jumps. Eventually, we did catch this ship. And trust me, it was a big surprise. I really did not expect to stumble upon a Macarial 5 minutes after waking up from my sleep. Was quite a weird experience, but in any case, I'm not gonna complain. Faction battleship served early in the morning. Well, who will say no to that? Well, I'm doing a lot of damage on that ship. The Orthrus is I believe the Orthrus is like the only cruiser that can do so much alpha damage on basically any ship out there, and that makes this ship very unique. The Macarial is now in hull. They are going down very quickly, by the way. A little bit below 50% hull, I would say 45, but kinda difficult to tell when they're losing 30% hull per hit. One more hit left. They're holding at 1% hull at that moment. Alright, nice. You know, I really love the explosions, the new explosions with the recent update. They did change a lot of effects, by the way. I noticed the blasters look better, explosions look better, and some ships actually look way better. Nicely built, Cynabal. Alright, let's go towards the next target. Or should I say towards the next chase, because this was a chase. Target is this Dominic's. My goal here is to hold that Dominic's until reinforcements arrive. They have been tackled. Luckily they don't use any warp core optimizers, so 3 points are gonna do the job. The Dominic's has launched drones. These are large drones, so I should be able to last some time before I have to warp out. Of course, we'll have to keep the target until the crew arrives. I am repairing my shield. Time for the capacitor battery to kick in. In this case, having a shield booster is a better idea than a shield extender, because with the extender I would have lasted. I wouldn't have lasted as long as with a shield booster, so it ends up being very situational. Alright, Abaddon has jumped in, so I expect the Dominic's to start taking some serious damage. My shield booster almost depleted my capacitor. Okay, that's it from my shield booster. My shield is low. It did a good job at maintaining the shield as long as it could. My capacitor is also going quite low. Now I'm taking armor damage. Dominic's is in hull, and my job as tackle is completed, so Now I will warp out.
Warp drive active.
Alright, excellent. Nice hero tackle moment there. By the time I return, that Dominic's is going to be destroyed. Well, am I glad to have different rigs now, because with my old build I wouldn't have lasted nearly as long as I did last here. So
Warp drive active.
the new fit definitely did show massive improvements in the survivability of this ship. Okay, there's the pod. At least I can get the pod, if not the actual ship. We'll use the capacitor battery to recharge my shield. We'll have to repair the ship later. Alright, nice. So that was a nice Dominic's kill. Okay, now I have to scoop the wreck and... Oh shit, that's a nightmare. And that's a rattlesnake. And they are together. Looks like we hit jackpot, or should I say jackpot literally came at our doorstep. Nightmare now taking damage. I'm going towards my lethal range. Have 2 points. First we'll point the Nightmare, and after that I'll spread points, one to the rattlesnake, just in case. Don't want any of these very nice battleships to run away. We should have enough points on all of these ships. Nightmare is now in armor. Yeah, that Nightmare is now going down. Nightmare trying to move, but it's not working according to plan. They are now in low armor. They are now in hull. Nightmare going down. First Nightmare that our corp encountered. Nightmare in 50%, under 50% hull. Nice. Alright, that's one faction battleship down. The first Nightmare kill of our corporation. Secondary target, or now the primary target. Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is focusing down on our Daredevil, but they're using large drones, and those are definitely rapid missile launchers. Our Daredevil can take those hits without a problem. A pretty good pilot. Rattlesnake is falling down. 50% shield. Oh, there are some blink drones out there. Republic fleet, large drones. Oh man, those are some fat and expensive ships there. Rattlesnake losing shield. Once the shield drops, then it should be one very easy kill. Still focusing on our Daredevil. Our flagship has landed. Now watch the armor of that battleship just disappear once the large lasers start to do damage. There we go. Now the Rattlesnake lost almost all of its armor. Rattlesnake in hull, going rapidly down. I did manage to put one more missile into that battleship, and both faction battleships have been destroyed. Oh man, those were some pretty fat kills there. Now I'll get the chance to check out the wrecks to show you the loot that they've dropped, and of course you probably already seen the kill mails on display here. Our first Nightmare kill We've been joking for a very long time now that someone will throw one of these ships through this system, and after 1 year of that joke running around, it actually happened. Let me just drop some unnecessary fuel. A lot of unnecessary fuel. I have a lot of fuel because I usually am the one who is resupplying our interdictors on the gate. Well then, I'll just go deposit that loot
Warp drive
before
active.
I lose this ship, and then we can proceed towards the next target. Haven't had such a good... But with that being said, let the games begin, and today we are starting with one very juicy target. We have a lovely Macarial, my favorite faction battleship. The second place goes to the Vargas, of course, but the first place has to go for the Macarial. When I started to play the game, when I started to play this version of EVE, I practically made the Macarial one of my goals, and now I have one. So, a pretty good ship that did serve me very well. Okay, well, let's slowly approach this lovely battleship. It also has a nanocore, appears to be red. Now, I've seen a lot of ships with the red paint in the last month, so not sure if I'm to be blamed for that. Too many red ships are floating around ever since I bought the Orthrus. Not a bad thing, just a nice little detail there. So, we are working our way through the shield of the Macarial. Both of us are praying that this Macarial does not wake up, because these ships can have very scary DPS, as I did show a couple days ago. So, one of these faction battleships doesn't have a problem at deleting a cruiser if it feels like doing so. Now I'm safe at 40 kilometers, but my friend over there, well, if that Macarial has triple webs, then that bubble might be in trouble. And trust me, I did not want to rhyme that, it just came out of my mouth, but yeah, it happens, so let's just focus on the fight here. Macarial now going into low armor. They are webbed. They're slowly going towards the gate, but they are webbed. I think they have been dual webbed, so they're definitely not going to go very fast. It's a very pretty ship. It's a very beautiful ship, to be precise. Makes me feel bad for having to shoot it down, but you know, it might be a very juicy kill mill, so I'm not going to skip on that. Yeah, that's a very red Macarial there. Very nice nanocore. They are now in hull, going down, well, not rapidly, but they're definitely going down quickly. 50% hull, still doing full damage with my missiles. Or actually, should I say I'm doing 66% damage on my missiles at the moment. Around 66% because of the hull resistance. Time to go for the ram if I have enough time. Well, that's a very nice kill. Another Macarial goes down. And oh man. Alright, well, let's jump on the targets. Now what do we have here? A rattlesnake. Alright, let's go and tackle the snake. Now I have 3 points, which means 6 disruption strength. So that means in practical use 2 warp core optimizers can render that useless. So there is the snake, almost perfect warping. Let's approach. They have a target painter. They are using large modified drones. That's weird. I at least expected faction drones on a rattlesnake. Okay, they are not warping away. That's good. Pointed. will orbit at 38. Found a solution for my orbit problems, so you are not going to see me jumping out of orbit that often now. Okay, we have a couple more in local that need to be scanned down. This rattlesnake seems to be very weird. I'm going through its shield without a problem. Most likely built for long range. Okay, rattlesnake warped out. Alright. Now, this rattlesnake has a lot of stabs, so I decided to play a little game with it and lay a trap for the snake. The snake did fly right in the trap. Now the snake has 12 points on it. Let's see if they can warp away now. They are also... okay, they did lock me on, I believe. Yeah, they're not warping away, so they are now pointed. They are not going anywhere. We are working our way through the shield of the rattlesnake. Still seems to be taking almost full damage. Gurista pirate ships have bonus on shield resistance, so that's why I'm not doing 6,000 or 7,000 damage per hit. And is this the new nanocore? I don't know. I did not see a lot of the Deathwish nanocores around. That rattlesnake might be using one. That would explain the 1,000 points, the 1,000 stabs that it has. Alright, the rattlesnake is trying to... wait, they're not shooting at the Abaddon, they're shooting at the NPC pirate over there. They might be trying to finish the mission and warp out. That's what's happening here. Or they panicked and they focused on the wrong ship. Both are actually a possibility. They lost their shield. Now the snake is in armor. Yeah, they don't have enough warp core optimizers to run away now. The trap was successful. And for... yeah, that snake is having a very bad day. They thought that was the last wave. Well, in reality, one more wave left. And now they also will have another scrambler on them from the NPC pirates. So they are definitely not going anywhere now. And they are in low hull and they were destroyed. That was a beautiful, fat and nice kill right there. Alright, well, let's check out what's inside of the wreck. Might be a... oh, nice. Did I see natural warp core optimizer? Okay. That rattlesnake had. That being said, let's jump to the first target. We have a Macarial. Well, here, and unfortunately I forgot a afterburner or a micro drive. For some reason I had 3 adaptives, and I thought that it was a good idea to have 3 adaptives on a super slow ship, but yeah. Thankfully, the Macarial has been webbed and pointed. Seems to be... looks like they are kinda sleeping, I would say. Yeah, they are definitely sleeping. Well, that should buy me enough time to get within point and web range. I have to be very careful here. Don't want my friend to lose the interdictor, because the Macarial can have very scary DPS. They can kill a cruiser like that very quickly. So I have to hurry up and get within point and web range. As for the capacitor, I believe my Nosferatu neutralizer will do a decent job at depleting that in no time. Macarial seems to be losing shield slowly. Even at this range, I'm still doing some decent damage with my lasers, although optimal is at 32 kilometers, I believe, with pulse lasers on the Bhaalgorn. Okay, almost within point and web range. Of course, the neutralizer and Nosferatu will start to be more efficient at this distance. Okay, Macariel is now in armor. Now I see the Macariel is... yeah, they woke up. Okay, they are now active. They used... I think they are using adaptives there. Or a shield booster. Or all combined. Yeah, that's a shield tank, Macariel. Unfortunately, they are already in armor. I am their primary target, it seems like. Let's heat up the armor repairers on time. This ship will be fun with 3 armor repairers. And they are also quite buffed, to be honest. So it should be a pretty scary Bhaalgorn when I finish with the rig integrations that I have in mind. Very nice. That was a pretty good Macariel there. It did have a nanocore, although I'll admit I did not see the nanocore at first when I observed the ship. Also pretty decent loot. Not bad. That was a good kill. Always exciting to shoot a faction battleship. Alright, well this was a very long video. I have to admit, overall it was very fun for me to make this. I enjoyed every second of it. And I'm personally looking forward for the future of this game, looking forward for the new ships, looking forward for the new content that we are going to get. Of course, looking forward for the new PvP and for the new encounters. And of course, basically looking forward for whole of 2022. Again, I would like to wish you and your families a happy new year. Hope that I hope that you enjoy the videos that I am putting out. I'm always trying to make them as entertaining as possible, or as informative as possible, depends on the case. But in this case, I just wanted everyone to have a good time and enjoy the game as much as I do. Well then, pilots, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.